Hey, fix your makeup, cringe. Fix your makeup.
Mind you, this is what her and her friend look like.
Hi lovelies, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Stranad. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You and I thought to share where this Asian woman and a black guy was having some back and forth. And this black dude actually told the Asian woman to fix her makeup. And the Asian lady goes on to tell the black man to fix his skin color. This actually shows the level of anti-blackness in the Asian, community. Lovelace, I was able to put up some of the stitch and also the sad stage of where this Asian woman telling this black man to fix his skin color. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and we are going to come back to talk about it.
Cringe. Hey, fix your makeup, cringe. Fix your makeup.
They found her. It's crazy how fast the internet works. This is her IG account. As you can see, I don't know why she's bringing up people color considering she want to be us so bad. But I really want to talk about... It's the same thing every time. Oh, my family are getting threats. Oh, I'm getting so much hate. I'm so sorry. Look, I'll give y'all a second to pause and read. Hold on. Go ahead, pause it. Go ahead. How you gonna say that's a joke? Buddy brought up your makeup. Hey, fix your makeup, not fix a actual feature that you cannot change. Hey, fix your makeup. And you gonna say fix your skin color. Bro. And you're going to say that's a joke? Bro, come on. You just didn't think you were going to go viral. You didn't think you were going to be affected. You didn't think they were going to get in contact with your school. You didn't think they was going to find your family. That's what it is. This stuff has been going on forever. The only difference is everybody always got their phones out now. That's really what it is. And nobody think that they're going to be the ones that go viral for saying something racist. So we don't care about none of this. We don't care about none of this. And you know what I'm saying? I don't believe your family should be getting targeted, right? I don't condone anybody sending any threats your way at all. But we see this all the time. You knew it was wrong. You just didn't think that you were going to get caught in 4K.
A black man and an Asian woman get into an argument. The black man tells the Asian woman, fix your makeup. The Asian woman tells the black man, fix your skin color.
Fix your makeup.
I wish that was like a shitty joke, but it's a real thing that just happened. This is a pretty viral clip, but I think there's a lot of things about it that people haven't talked about yet. First of all, I don't know why everyone is shocked that an Asian woman can be racist to another minority. Racism does not discriminate. If you think only white people can be racist, you have never been around Asian elders. You have never been to a barbershop. You have never been to a carne asada. Second of all, people being like, it's just a joke. It wasn't that deep. It was never that deep. It was just a playful insult. Every situation deserves context, okay? If you're with your group of friends and you guys talk like that normally, it's playful and you know it's friendly, that's chill. That's fine. If it's a comedian and a comedy show, you know they're going to be against the grain. You know they're going to try to push your buttons, push the limits on it. Okay, understandable. But a random interaction with someone you don't know, that's not the time to go straight racist. She's an adult. Her first instinct in a playful argument should not be going straight Call of Duty lobby. And you're saying, oh, what could she have said? I don't know. Like, hey, fix those fucking stupid ass glasses. You look stupid. They don't fit your face. They make you look like a nerd, but you're not a nerd because you're not smart. Out the dome. That was just playful, by the way. No hate towards him. Do I think that girl's apology was genuine on her Instagram story? Probably not. She's probably gonna do it again. But do I think the best way to chastise her is to insult her and try to get her entire life ruined? Probably not. If I was being hateful towards parents and a group of parents went and ruined my life, like saying, picked up my parents off from their house and dropped them off a cliff, I would probably hate parents for the rest of my life. But if the parents talk to me and they're like, yo man, that wasn't cool, try to educate me, I'd be cool with that.
I think one thing to note about the whole fix your skin color girl and her commenting that to a black man is not the fact that obviously it was a back and forth. Like, obviously he said something and she said something in response. He said, fix your makeup. But telling you to fix your makeup is a specific response to you and you only. That affects nobody else when you make a comment like that. Telling someone to fix their skin color, no matter what skin color there is, results in the insinuation that you think that anybody of that skin color is wrong, dirty, whatever the case may be, whatever undertones you wanted to align that with. Now, you came out and said that you're not racist, you're not this and that there. It doesn't matter. Most black people have a shared lived experience of an understanding that most non-black people are at least somewhat racist to some degree. At the end of the day, you guys do look at black people a certain way, do have the terms and negative connotations that you can spill upon us because of the fact that we're black. So when you see people triggered about this situation more than the creator was, who obviously came out and said that he doesn't care because he deals with hate all the time, it doesn't matter because other people have different attachments.
So why is whiteness so often an ideal of beauty in Asian society?
Beauty is, which I think you should ask yourself where these standards actually come from.
So this woman is trying to show you what is not elegant and use these models. And anti-blackness is very common in Asian beauty culture. For example, there's this Thai ad whose tagline was translated as, "Just being white, you will win." And it had numerous images of a woman in blackface. And given how many beauty products in Asia are about lightening your skin, it is easy to assume it's all Eurocentrism. But in fact, a lot of these Asian norms draw on many cultural factors, and a lot of them tie to patriarchy. For example, in many Asian societies, fair skin has been beautiful for millennia. So for example, in historic China, a beautiful Tang woman had very fair skin, often embellished with the use of makeup. Similarly, historically in Korea, fair skin, Mughal India. It's because the fair skin signaled privilege. And so they could be indoors, not tan, and have people take care of their beauty. Because the way they presented themselves was a symbol of the power and wealth of the men of their family. I mean, you don't wake up like this. This historic Korean woman had somebody help her. So you already had a culture that prize fairness, and then with the rise in the age of exploration or exploitation of seeing people who looked different, it basically doubled that anti-blackness, which absolutely does not make it okay. But what it means is, so if you're Asian or Asian American, you have to be very cognizant of the negative and harmful stereotypes that you have been susceptible to and that you have to choose to counteract.
Let's have the conversation that people love to sidestep, because anti-blackness does not just come from white folks. And it for sure did not just appear out of nowhere. And if we're serious about solidarity, we have to trace where it actually started. Now, first thing, this is not about all Asian communities. That's lazy, and I am not lazy. But when we talk about patterns, we're talking about systems. And the system made sure that anti-blackness wasn't just exported, it was globalized. See, when European powers colonized Asia, they didn't just take the land, they also imported hierarchy. They pushed the idea that lighter skin meant civility, wealth, purity, and darker skin was poverty, backwardness, and danger. And that colonial script seeped deep, from India to the Philippines, all the way to Japan. Skin tone became the ladder, and whiteness was always at the top. If we fast forward to Asian immigration in the US, you arrive in a country that's already built on anti-blackness, already criminalizing black life. And what do politicians do? They dangle a deal. If you distance yourself from black people, we'll give you a seat closer to whiteness. And that's where the model minority myth comes in. It was never a compliment. It was always a weapon. The government used it in the 1960s to say, hey, look at these Asian immigrants. They work hard. They follow the rules. Why can't black folks do the same? And that's when it turns survival into separation. And here's the ugly truth. Some communities actually leaned into it, right? Because of your family's safety, your visa, your livelihood depends on being seen as the good immigrant, you'll play the role, even if it means stepping on black people to do it. But don't get it twisted. This was not organic hate. It was policy. It was propaganda. And it worked because it kept us divided while white supremacy stayed in power. So when we talk about Asian anti-blackness today, whether it shows up in colorism, anti-black policing in Asian-owned shops, or even silence around Black Death, we've got to understand that it didn't just fall from the sky. It was planted by colonizers, by governments, by systems that profit when we fight each other and not them. And until we name that history, we are not building solidarity. We're just repeating the cycle. And I, for one, refuse to keep the cycle quiet.
Thank you to this creator for speaking on this, and dear Asian Americans, we need to be talking about anti-Blackness within our community. Hi, my name is Dr. Yi, I'm a psychology professor, and in my research, I have found that anti-Blackness is pervasive among Asian Americans, especially when they internalize the model minority myth. When Asian Americans adopt this belief that their racial group is superior to other racial groups because they have stronger cultural values in hard work and success, it's correlated to greater explicitly negative attitudes towards Black Americans. And echoing what this creator shared, this pitting of minorities against one another, this narrative that Asian Americans just pulled themselves up by their bootstraps and have the right cultural values and hard work to succeed. That narrative has been really internalized within our community and has hindered solidarity to promote greater racial justice for us all. And in my other research, I've done in-depth interviews with Asian Americans to really explore how the model minority myth shapes these beliefs, and particularly serves as a barrier to engaging in activism. So dear Asian Americans, let's break this cycle of silence about anti-Blackness within our community. We can use what privilege we have to engage in protests and rallies, but also in smaller spaces like speaking up in your family when there's an anti-Black comment made. Let's hold ourselves accountable to the ways that we're perpetuating systems of oppression, because nobody's free until everybody's free. Follow for more Asian American psych from a professor.
A lot of older Chinese people are really racist.
It's the same thing with the Mexicans.
Yeah, they're like, there's whites, there's us, and there's all of you. But somehow they're like, yeah, there's still the whites here. But then in their mind, they're like, use all the racial slurs you can think about.
Well, that's the way my grandma was. The sweetest woman I've ever met.
Oh, really?
But so racist.
Isn't it interesting? A lot of like grandmas, your memories of, oh my gosh, she makes me meals. And she's like spitting in the Black person's face.
There's just
like,
deep hatred underneath. That's what's cooking the fire.
I know.
The disdain for other minorities.
The Asian community is literally so anti-Black, and it literally fucking pisses me off. Like, we are literally so uneducated, uninformed, just misinformed, everything about the Black community, and it pisses me off. And like, it just boggles my mind how a lot of Asians see Black people as beneath them. I shit you not, I literally saw someone on my story and I literally was so gagged. Like, I was like, are you serious right now? And I sent him a message, ask him if he's being serious about this. This guy is Bhutanese. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but like, I guess he got like some kind of spray tan or whatever because he's doing some kind of stupid movie shoot or whatever. Roy posts on his story and says, because his skin is like 10 shades darker or something, he said, can I say the N-word now? With a ninja emoji next to it. I slid up so fucking quick and I asked this man, are you fucking serious right now? And guess what? That man left me on red. Need I say again that he is not Black? He is Bhutanese from Bhutan or whatever the fuck you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Quite honestly, like, the Asian community is literally so underhandedly racist to the Black community, and it just, like, not to mention the Black community is one of the most supportive of marginalized groups that has ever like uplifted the Asian community and actually put effort into supporting us. I'm probably gonna piss a lot of Asians off for saying that, but it's literally the truth and I fucking see it for what it is.
Like, seriously, lovelies, when an Asian woman tells a Black man to fix his skin color, that did not only tell the level of racism that is in this community, that also shows that there is a high level of anti-Blackness. You know, oftentimes I have seen some commentaries of how, you know, Asian people do treat people that looks like me in terms of racism. I am not disputing the fact that there are still good people out there, there are still good minorities, you know, out there. But the thing is that, you know, deep inside of you that you are also among these minority groups. Like, you are a minority. Likewise, the Black dude, right? And you are, you know, all about here talking about the skin color. You know, all about here as if you've been waiting for the opportunity. If you see the video, you know, closely, you will see the way at which she actually paused and said that he should fix his skin color. That should tell you that even if, you know, like, this has always been a dream for her to like show her level of racism. You know, sometimes when people that looks like me comes out to talk about how they enter Blackness in this other minority group, It's as if, these people talk too much. Oh my God, Black people, you guys talk too much. But videos like this lady can practically look for something else to tell, to tell the guy, like fix your makeup. You can actually tell him to be a good man, or say something not relating to, skin or being Ray and cis. When I saw that clip, I decided that okay, I was just gonna dive deep into anti-blackness, Ray and cis in that community. That was why I was able to put up some of those stitches. And that is to tell you that if the anti-blackness in these said communities are not being solved, what makes you think that all this clamoring of togetherness will ever work? And this also brought us to the reason why it's as if majority of Asian people actually voted for, or voted the way at which they voted, because they actually felt that after the pan-colored people, they are the next. Before every other minority, then comes people that looks like me. And there's this stage I have seen circulating on a social platform where an Asian woman comes out to talk about how they are being, fed about, people that looks like me, how these other, painkiller people use them as an scapegoat. Let's just use the word. But if you watch at affirmative action, the way at which these people, these hierarchy people use Asian people to get affirmative action dismantled. Asian people actually thought affirmative action was all about people that looks like me. It was because of affirmative action that was the reason why people that looks like me was able to get admitted into these Ivy schools. And because of that, they felt if affirmative action is being dismantled, it will give them room to get their own people educated, like admitted into this Ivy school, then limiting the level at which people that looks like me is being admitted, right? But unfortunately for them, when affirmative action was dismantled, that was when they now realized that, oh, this thing didn't really favor Black people. It actually favored pan-colored women. And that was when they now, came out to start crying, oh my God, we could have listened to Black people. Oh, Black people were right. Like, why is it that when people that looks like me keep on telling some of these, my minority groups of telling them the truth, they often ignore. And when after they must have done whatsoever that brings all about negativity, that's when that's when they come out to cry about, oh, we could have listened to Black people. But seriously, when I saw this, I thought that I was just gonna put it on here because this was just all over the social platform. People were like, oh, you could have just used something else. You could have just, said something, but not using race or using someone's skin color. Like, I don't know what people that looks like me or have done, or what melanin has done to the world, but I am super proud of melanin. I am. And there is nothing anyone can tell me to dislike the way at which, remember, melanin people or Black people are the first people who have ever existed in the planet Earth. Black people have been in this world first, long before any other color. If you even trace back, you realize that every other person come from a Black woman. I know that so many people do not want to listen or don't want to hear this, but that is just the fact. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. Please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. And I want to use this medium to thank my channel members, the new subscribers that joined the family. You are so welcome. I love you. I have another channel which happens to be a backup channel by the name Belinda Vars, where I put out some historical facts about African American and melanin or Black people entirely in the whole world. That channel is strictly for togetherness. Anyway, lovelies, leave me your own thought in the comment section. Subscribe to this channel if you're here to do that. Like, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.